Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I am so excited to try out this product from the brand Realher. It's the Power Wear Probiotic Foundation that I got in the shade called I Am Extraordinary. So I love this brand because they use adorable, positive affirmations on all of their products. So I just love that the shade is called I Am Extraordinary Porcelain. And this comes in 20 different shades and they all have those really nice names, names of the shades. And so I actually got this in my June 2021 Ipsy Glam Bag Plus bag, which if you have not seen my unbagging of that, I'll have that video linked in the description down below because I really think that might have been my best Glam Bag Plus I ever got. I am so excited about all of the products. I love trying out new foundations. I'm shaking it up because that's what it says to do, and it sounds very liquidy. But so this retails for $36, and the shade I Am Extraordinary Porcelain is the lightest shade. Hopefully it'll be a good shade match for me. I know my face is looking very pale right now. My body is not quite as pale, just the way my tan is fading. But with Ipsy, I didn't actually get to choose my shade. I think this was actually the product that they chose for me. But so this is a probiotic and extract infused blue light technology, natural finish, medium to full coverage, vegan, paraben free, gluten free, cruelty free. So I'm really excited about all of those benefits to it. So okay, I don't think I am supposed to twist off the cap. What does it say? Oh, no, it has a pump. I was a little confused there, but okay. So even though it feels very liquidy, I am just gonna pump some onto the back of my hand. Ooh. And it says to use a dampened applicator, so I'm just going to go in with my go-to daily makeup sponge. This is the one from Beauty Bakery. I'm going to pick up a little bit, and it says to start from the inside of the face and blend outwards. Ooh, seems to have some good coverage there. Blending out very nicely. Even though it is very liquidy and very thin formula, I'm very impressed by how much pigment and coverage it has. Like a little goes a long way. It blends out really easily. I think one pump is pretty much enough to do at least a thin layer on half of my face. And a thin layer has some great coverage to it. So that's like a medium to full coverage right there, and that's a very thin layer. So I didn't prime my skin, but I did do my regular skincare a couple hours ago. So I would say that my skin is a very natural texture. So certain areas of my face, more like my chin area, are dry, but then like my nose and my forehead are a little bit more greasy. And I am noticing that it does cling to dry patches, and it's looking very matte and a little cakey in texture. It's also looking very pale, so I would definitely need to mix in some darker foundation drops to get my correct shade. What I'm most impressed by right now is the coverage, but if it's not going to look smooth and natural on the skin, doesn't matter how much coverage, I'm not gonna like it. Let's see if I go in with even more. Yeah, for such a thin formula, it looks heavy on my skin. Like it has that cakey, dry, very visible texture. So you can tell that I'm wearing foundation. And I just feel like we have evolved past that when it comes to foundations. It no longer needs to look heavy and cakey on the skin. So that's something I'm very picky about. It's not terrible unwearable, but it's definitely not the texture that I prefer in my foundations. But coverage is awesome. It is looking pretty smooth over the large pores that I have, especially on the center of my cheeks here. A matte texture though, so it doesn't give that like youthful glowy skin that I love. It seriously just looks like caked on foundation. But I'm gonna finish the rest of the face to fully review it. It's interesting because even if I am doing a very thin layer, so here on my forehead, I basically didn't even have any extra product I'm blending on the sponge. It's just taking like the thinnest layer from the sponge and blending it out. Like, that's very impressive, the coverage I get, but it still looks super heavy, dry, and cakey, even though it's such a thin, minimal amount of product applied. So it's not like it looks heavy and cakey from layering it up. It just, no matter how much I use, it looks cakey. And I feel like since it is so dry looking and heavy on the skin, it makes me really want to just blend and blend and blend, which takes a lot of time, but it's not even helping. It's funny because this says like blue light technology, so designed for when you're on like a Zoom meeting or taking pictures, and in those scenarios you can't see the cakiness of the product. And for that, I think this is good. Like, if it's gonna be on camera, it is a good looking foundation for that, because sometimes you would rather it be matte so that your skin doesn't look too shiny and reflective on camera, and you want that good coverage. So I would say like this is a perfect on camera type of foundation, but for in person, which is what I really want, it doesn't look ideal to me. It looks very textured. So like on my nose, I just feel like my nose looks so almost polka dotted and prickly because of the way it's sitting on my pores. I feel like it ages my skin, which I definitely don't want. It's settling into fine lines. So yeah, not my perfect foundation, but to some people, this might be exactly what they want. A very high coverage, mattifying type of product. I would probably honestly use this when I'm not going to be seeing people in person. I'll get use out of this in that way for, you know, doing maybe YouTube videos, but of course I'd have to mix it with a darker foundation, doing Zoom calls, things like that. But for in person, you are not hopefully going to catch me wearing this, because it will just make me feel uncomfortable about how my skin looks. And whenever I review foundations, I like to, of course, continue wearing it for the rest of the day so that I can do a full wear test. And I don't expect this to magically transform and not look cakey and dry on the skin anymore. But just for the full review purpose, I will update you in the description down below my wear test results of how this lasts on the skin. But please let me know in the comments down below if you have tried out the Realher Power Wear Probiotic Foundation, what your thoughts are on it. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.